Hey, it's me, Erin from Jackman's Journey, and this month, for the month of March, I was challenged through mykillerdribes.com, whom I'm part of a blogging community, to do a video blog, either one or many. And so this is my second video blog, and I thought that I would give you an update on the Dukan Diet. Now, I'm happy to tell you that today is my last day for the third phase of the Dukan Diet, the consolidation phase. And I am going to be starting I call it the rest of my life phase. There's not really a name for this phase, but the chapter that describes the phase is called How to Stabilize Your Weight Once and for All. And so I'm going to tell you in this video blog a little bit about this for life phase in the Dukan Diet. I'm also going to let you know how much weight I've lost and in how length of a time I've lost it, which if you've been following my progress, you can probably figure out from when I started it. And I'm also going to tell you what I've learned while I've been on this diet. This is my cat Milo. She'll probably poke her head like right now into the video. She's always around when I'm using the computer. So there you go. You meet my cat today. And also I'm going to tell you what's next, how I'm going to continue on my healthy eating lifestyle, I guess. So why don't we get started? Alright, so a little bit about this rest of your life phase. I don't know why. He should have a title of it. Maybe it's like the stabilization phase, because you're supposed to be at your goal weight and this is where it's going to be for the rest of your life, or it's supposed to be if you follow these 4 simple rules. The Dr. Dukan says that you'll maintain your weight and can even lose a little more weight. So the first one is to keep with the basic foods from the consolidation phase. Now, those things are: you can eat as much as you want of the proteins and vegetables, which is great. The second is your 1 piece of fruit a day, 2 slices of 1% whole grain bread, and 2 celebration meals per week, and I've missed one thing, which is the 2 starches per week. Now, he says this is your safety net. It's your backup, your safety backup. If perhaps you gain a couple pounds, you can make sure that you're following these things. And if you're doing this step, then you're part of the step in this phase you're going to maintain. Okay, so, I needed to flip the page. I didn't miss anything. And also Protien Thursday. So 1 day a week, you're supposed to have a protein day. And he recommends that you pick 1 day and choose it instead of being like, oh, this week it's going to be Tuesday and next week it's going to be Wednesday. That way, if it's on a particular day, like Thursday, and you stick to it, then you're going to do that every week. And you have to follow the strict protein rules for Protien Thursday, which I haven't been doing that so much in the last couple of weeks. I haven't kept my protein day, but anyway. So far, the first step in this is to make sure you keep your foods from the consolidation phase as your safety backup. The second, sorry, I was wrong, is Protien Thursdays. Make sure you have 1 of those a week. The third rule is, he says, is a contract between me and him, and that's not to use elevators or escalators anymore. He says in his book that in France they rarely have any buildings that you live in that are more than 5 flights, so that people can walk the stairs instead of taking the elevator and escalator. I don't have to worry about living in a building that's taller than that, or probably going to one that's taller than that. He says that if you do, then to at least do some of the stairs and not use the escalator or elevator all the time, which kind of makes sense. And also in this is at least 20 minutes of walking a day. Now I am going to try to incorporate a workout every day. And Jillian Michaels, she has 20-minute workouts, so I'll probably do that. But on days that I'm not able to, I'll still try to get in my walking, which I also haven't been doing regularly throughout this process. And a couple weeks ago I started Jillian, did it for a week, but then I got sick, and so I haven't been able to exercise because I haven't have my full strength to do that, but it's something that I do want to continue to incorporate. And the fourth is to stick to 3 tablespoons of oat bran every single day. Now, one way that I can incorporate this is through his gullet. It takes 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of oat bran a day. It's like a little pancake, and so if you make it with the 1.5 tablespoons, you can have 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. I know some people who put it in their yogurt. I tried it, didn't really like it, but I do like the glut, so I will keep that. And of course, oat bran helps keep you regular and all that lovely stuff, and it's just good for your body. So those are the 4 things. Keep with the safety backup of the foods from the consolidation phase, your Protien Thursdays, exercise, and not using the elevator or escalator, and then your 3 tablespoons of oat bran a day. So those are the things that I'm supposed to stick to for the rest of my life, and if I do that, I will maintain my weight that I have and not regain the weight. Let's see if that happens. And 6 days out of the 7 days, I can eat what I want. I can have my chips, I can have whatever I'm looking forward to. I'm going to have some chips tomorrow, by the way. So I can eat how I want, although that takes me, I was going to say that takes me to my next point, but not quite. Let me tell you how much I've lost. So it's been 2 months and 10 days, or I can say 10 weeks, or 69 days, and I've lost 15 pounds. So I'd like to go another 5 pounds, but I'm very happy with the 15 I've lost. I've lost what I gained over 10 months. I've lost pretty much all of it except for a couple pounds, which is fine, and I'm very happy with that. So yeah, since January 2nd of 2012 till today, March 10th of 2012, I've lost 15 pounds on the Dukan Diet. Now, I only did the attack phase for 4 days, I did the cruise phase for only 2 weeks, and then I did the consolidation phase for 50 days. Technically, I should have done the cruise phase for longer, but because I was having difficulty with it, I went right to the consolidation phase, which he recommends in his book if you are having difficulty with the cruise phase. And so I probably could have lost those few pounds, but what I'll do now is I'll tell you when I get into what happens next. So what I've learned. Okay, so when you're on just proteins, and then you're on just protein and veggies, and then you start bringing back in the starch foods, the sugars, those kind of things, your body lets you know if it can handle it. My body does not like a lot of starches, a lot of sugars. It does not like meats like pork and white flour. So I can eat these in small doses, but I can't sit down and eat a whole meal of white pasta or a lot of mashed potatoes. Then you're like, okay, so potatoes, you can eat chips. For some reason, chips don't bother me, but mashed potatoes do. So for me, I will not eat a lot of those foods anymore, or I'll find gluten-free foods that are similar, or put other things in place of those things. I won't eat white bread anymore. Actually, I haven't eaten white bread in a long time. Those kind of things I'll change. If I want pasta, I'll use egg noodle or Brown rice pasta seems to be okay. So I'm finding alternatives so that I can still have those foods but in a different way. And as well for baking, I use whole wheat flour now, and I use honey instead of sugar, and make those changes so that I can still eat those foods. They're just a little bit different and a little healthier for my body. So I've had some body reactions since incorporating some of those foods back. I've also learned that water is really important in your daily life. He recommends 1.5 quarts of water per day. That doesn't include other liquids that you drink, and it really does help. If you're not getting your water intake, start drinking it. I know it's hard to drink sometimes. It's tasteless. I enjoy drinking water, so it doesn't matter. But you need, if you're trying to lose weight, you need to get your water in there to flush things through your system. And also exercise is definitely important. And I think if I had exercised more and done the 20 minutes of walking every day like he suggested, I probably would have been at the weight that I wanted to be, those 5 extra pounds that I wanted to get rid of, but weren't there. So I do need to incorporate that in a little bit more. Yeah, 20 minutes of walking a day is not that bad. Whether you have a treadmill or you can get out, maybe at your noon hour, go for a 20-minute brisk walk and you have 10 minutes left to eat your lunch, whatever, if you have a half an hour lunch, that is. Just try to get out there and get a little more active. So what's next? You know, I'll still be eating some of those things that I like chips, but I just won't eat as much. I'm not gonna, and sweets, I love sweets, but I'm not gonna overdose on those things like I was before. I'm not going to just eat them to eat them. I'll have a piece and that's it. I think I'm finally to the point where I can have a piece and that be okay, or where I wasn't probably about a month ago. So I'll still eat those things. I'll just be cautious of when I eat them and think about why I'm eating them and enjoy them, but make better decisions when I do eat those things. And I want to maintain exercise, and I want to follow these 4 simple rules for life. I have a little bit of advice if you're trying to lose weight. If you're going to do the Dukan Diet, make sure you get the book, follow his advice, and get your water in, get your exercise in, stick to it, and you have to have a plan for your eating. Having a plan for eating, I never was able to stick to plans. I do have someone who's helping me and who is doing this with me, so it made it so much easier, but you really have to plan out your meals for this in order for it to work. That's really all I have on the Dukan Diet. I'm very pleased that I stuck to it as much as I did. I can tell you that I've been chip-free for as long as I've been on this diet. So what did I say? 69 days. I've been chip-free and candy-free for 69 days. I can't say that I've been sweets-free. I've had some healthy-ish cookies and muffins. I've had chocolate, but I count chocolate and candy separate. So I've been chip-free and candy-free for 69 days, which is really amazing for me. It's only been in the last month probably that I have had sweets, so I was a month and a half free from that, but I haven't had full out sugary sweets. They've been healthier sweets, as in fat free and made with whole wheat flour and things like that. So overall, I think that I did well on this Dukan Diet, and if you want to try it out, I'm sure you can. Just make sure you get the book and reread for your encouragement with this. Thanks for listening and watching, and all success to you in your healthy lifestyle journey, and I will continue to blog and bring you healthy recipes and what's happening in my life to maintain where I'm at now and to get off those few extra pounds, and whatever else comes my way. And maybe in the future I'll bring you some more vlogs as well. I hope that you have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next time. It's me, Erin, from Jackman's Journey.